Hello everyone, I'm Salad, and welcome back to Danganronpa 3. We are watching episodes 9 and 10, and last time Junko was manipulating everybody, and Izuru Kamakura stopped Junko from getting killed. A lot of things are happening, and I think the next thing that's probably going to happen is Yukizome is going to get stopped by which because she's coming in there to try to help things out. Or, actually, no, what I really think is going to happen is Yukizome is going to succeed in getting people out of there. But what's going to happen is I think Junko is what has already likely swapped the videos that Mirai has. Swapped like a hope one for a despair one. And Mirai is going to show that video to Yukizome, and it's going to turn her into an ultimate despair. That's my guess. I feel like that's part of Junko's plan. Who knows? It could go any possible way. Basically, Junko's going to win. We already know that. So let's just see how it all plays out. Yeah, and we've got this secret entrance, which is in a very nonsensical place. But it is what it is. Also, the rain would be going in there. It better have good drainage. Yeah. That's a great first question. What happened to your hair? How did that happen? Also, your eyes. Why are your eyes like that? That makes no sense. His physical appearance, yes, it is very shocking and different. Okay, he doesn't even recognize her. Always changing her face. Oh! Fire extinguisher. Is Izuru gonna just stand there? That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work out well. Okay, so she wants to help out or help save Izuru from this, but he's already long gone. Yep. Yep, she read the files, so she knows what that name means. She should be putting the pieces together now. Yep. I mean, that's easy to predict. But how is she going to use that against them? Is she going to force everybody? Oh, okay. I guess with Izuru there, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that they're all going to come. So they're all going to come over there. They're all going to get trapped. She's exchanging two hostages for two hostages and the rest of them, basically. So she was actually defeated. Okay. So he seems to not really be brainwashed though, because he still doesn't want to do it. It's like only part of him has been brainwashed. Although I guess that's probably better for her. That's probably better for her, right? Because if he's only partially brainwashed, he still gets to feel the despair of him doing things that he doesn't even want to do. Yeah, Danganronpa is still about as messed up as it gets, isn't it? It's always been the case. I'm glad Nagito's saying that. What's that look Nagito's giving? No. Is Nagito... Oh, he's okay, he's revealing his true face. That's great, I'm glad he did that in the end. Now we actually get to see his real face. But, like, Nagito is... He said, like, oh, you're the ultimate high school despairs or hopes or whatever. You know when to give up. But I felt like he doesn't really mean that. And he feels like a true hope would go anyways. And I would think that he would see that in Nagito, that she's got a lot of hope in her, that she is willing to go anyways. But I don't know, we'll see what he thinks. Yeah, okay. You just wanted to make sure you were a real hope. What a true friend Nagito is. It's funny. So yeah, again, one thing I really like about him is his character is always very consistent. Once again, he was testing them. He said, "Oh yeah, it would make sense for you guys to give up, just to see if they give up, just to make sure that they're real hope." And he likes that they still want to go. Well, he's got good luck. He's a good luck charm. Oh! Okay. Well, we'll see. Okay. So they already suspect her. Okay. Yeah, Munakata is always smart. Great. In this case, I don't mind if he beats up Junko. Again, being forced to watch this shouldn't make her just become like Mikan was. Yeah, because Sumiki was unstable. At this point, is it really despair winning? If you have to change the person themselves physically in order to make them into a despair? Again, this is not fun to watch. It's not supposed to be fun to watch, but it's really not fun to watch. This reminds me of once again, a scene from Hunter x Hunter. Poking inside someone's brain to... Yeah. Again, I don't understand how this is this is a victory for despair if they have to do that in order to make it work. Yeah, exactly. How dull. I agree, Izuru. It's a pretty dull form of victory if that's what you have to do to make it happen. Okay. Now that doesn't make any sense. That's more than a little extreme. All right, you gonna summon your creatures? I want to see this battle. Where's your bear? You only have your hamsters? Meteorite, you really have to do something. You really have to do something physical. It's a problem for you a lot. She already got what she needed. And that's actually great because she knows that he will know that he is the reason why she can do all this. He's the cause, and that knowledge itself is gonna cause him plenty of despair. She doesn't need to kill him. From her perspective, this is gonna give him a lot of despair. Yep, exactly. I like this OST. Yeah, this is the opposite of what he wanted to use it for. Yep, that is your despair, exactly. That's the despair she's gifting to you. How benevolent of her. How generous. Someone's here to stop her? Mudakata? No. This guy. Oh! Is he trying to kill himself? Okay, but that hasn't happened yet. See, this doesn't make sense. Meteorite is hearing all of that. But his classmates are all fine right now. His classmates are fine. Okay, maybe not Mikan, but the rest of his classmates are all fine. And you know, Mikan, you know, she might be a little messed up now, but still, she's not all bad, right? You know what I mean? She's not all bad. So why he doesn't have that much to. Okay, he still has quite a few things to feel bad about, but at the very least, the people he knows, his classmates, they're fine. They haven't been transformed into despair, not yet. So he doesn't have anything to feel bad about yet. He should be trying to stop that from happening. Okay, so he lives, of course. I don't think he was really trying to kill himself anyways. You're not moving because you didn't do any PE classes. That's the problem. Just go do a sport. I don't doubt that he could win that fight, but everything always just depends on where Izuru is. He's the one card that she can always play that is invincible. It's just an I win button. She just says, oh, Izuru Kamakura, there we go, I win. You can't do anything, you've lost the fight. At any point. Uh-oh, right. Mikan is part of the problem. Does she want to be the center of attention? Oh, okay. Izuru. Mm. Okay, so they think that Izuru's not their enemy. That's a problem. So is what's gonna happen? Is what happens going to be that they succeed in driving out Junko and Mukuro, but they don't capture them because they do have to come back later. But and they also retrieve Izuru Kamakura and have him join the class, and then they just live a happy class life after that. Is that the whole plan? With him being a, I don't know, or okay, is that the end of the episode, or do we get a after credits? No, no after credits this time. Yeah, I don't know. I still don't fully see the plan here. So obviously they put Chiaki and Yukizome in the same position, and they're pretending, or Izuru is pretending like he's helping them out. Do they just want to put them in another killing game? Is that what's gonna happen here? Are they gonna have another little killing game down here in the basement? I have no idea. I'm still sad that we didn't really get to see a good view of this fight with all these people and and see what kind of stuff gets summoned, other than just the hamsters. I thought that would have been really interesting to see, but we didn't end up getting that. That was too bad. And like I said, these kinds of scenes, again, this was also very Clockwork Orange. The whole being strapped down to a chair with your eyes forced open. It's the same thing. Again, I've actually watched that movie. I only saw like that scene, I think, but I still hate it. I still hate watching stuff like that. So hopefully we don't have to see any more scenes like that. It's very uncomfortable. Now I'm still curious what Junko's video that she made actually consists of, because it can't just be the video of people just killing each other in that one killing game, right? Surely she had to put in some of the brainwashing techniques that she learned, and she managed to copy. Otherwise, it wouldn't do all this stuff. It wouldn't like force this guy to kill himself when ordered and have everyone just become her mindless drones. It just wouldn't make sense. I actually don't think I have anything else to say about this episode. There's obviously still some sort of plan here that I'm not fully seeing, which is good. I'm glad that there is, because if there was no sense of mystery, then there'd be nothing to look forward to. But here there definitely is. Here I'm certainly not sure what the full picture is. So I'm curious to see it all unfold. So let's just move on into episode 10. Okay, they're still in the hallway, picking up where we left off. Oh wait, right, of course. Yukizome has been brainwashed already. I already forgot that. She's already been brainwashed. So her thinking that Izuru is on their side, no, that could be just her saying whatever, right? She's just trying to trick Chiaki. This is not the Yukizome we know anymore. It's crazy that despite all the tinkering around that that was done in her brain, that she's still functioning so normally and can still pretend to be her like original self so effectively, despite all of that. That's the craziest part. The fact that she can pretend to be normal with everything that happened. You lost? Or, I mean, he your weakness, I assume that's Munakata. She defeated him? I mean, I know she's strong. I know she's got abilities, but she doesn't have Mukuro Ikusa. She doesn't have Mukuro abilities. So, because Mukuro can defeat her, or at least parry all of her attacks. So this guy's weaker Then Mukuro?
坂倉十三は決して好きになってはいけない相手を愛してしまったのです。彼の思い人は長年連れ添った仲間の一人。
Okay.
何の話だ。
恋の相手は雪染か。じゃ
she's like, she didn't actually know. She's just throwing it out there to see, to watch his reactions and seeing if it was correct. No, it's Munakata, obviously.
あんたさ、もう少し注意
Yeah,
深くなって
it should be more cautious. If he didn't react to either of those with his face, then she wouldn't have actually known.
いいんじゃない？部屋を盗撮されて気づかないなんて警備部部長の設定として甘すぎでしょ。そう。あなた
Okay, no, she did. Okay, she did actually know she was just messing around. Got it. Okay. That fits her style.
宗像君が知ったらどう思うかな。代わりに宗像京介を裏切って。
He's not gonna do that, surely.
宗像京介ってんの？
Right, and we saw this in we saw this in the future arc. That he felt guilt for giving that false report, and that was kind of confusing in the future arc when he was talking about that. He just suddenly brought that up in his thoughts, I think, and I didn't know what the heck he was talking about, but now we know what he's talking about. Is it really that big of a deal? I feel like it shouldn't be that big of a deal, but okay. I guess it's that important to him that that secret doesn't get out. Well, it's a shame he lost that fight. He really shouldn't have. Like, he's an ultimate that has to do with fighting, and he lost a fight? What kind of ultimate is that? I can understand with the ultimate swordswoman losing against the ultimate soldier, but still, that was like, that's, I don't know. That was, I don't know.
七海さんでしたら足をひねったので少し前の部屋で休んでもらってます。すぐ合流できますよ。あ、小前田君も十分守備範囲だからさ。
What?
僕の守備範囲。
We don't need to know. Okay.
俺様のアストラルプレッシャーに当てられた。
田中。
Your aura is too strong.
ご無事だったのですね。
この程度の迷宮の結果で位置を教えてもらったの。そうでなければ。
Yeah. Mikon is working with them, and they all want everybody to just group up in this same spot, huh? Except for Chiaki for some reason. And I think it's because Chiaki is the core of the group. She was too strong of a core of the group. If Chiaki was with them, they wouldn't fall into despair. I think that's why they had to separate her. Because they knew that they wouldn't be able to actually do anything with her there. The red door, I like it. I like how it's the same as the red door in Danganronpa 1, basically. The ominous red door. Oh, they're going to a red door too? The elevator, huh? You gonna go down and have a class trial? Is Yukizome gonna be the one to kill her? It seems like that's the case. Chosen. Chosen for what? She's not gonna live, but did they have some other kind of plan for her? Is she gonna...
そんなの決まってるじゃん。雪留先生には私の作った絶望のビデオを見てもらったのよ。
I'm glad she's explaining this immediately, although I'm surprised that she's explaining this immediately. Wouldn't it be more despair-inducing to make her think that Yukizome was just that way all along and was just tricking them all along or something like that? I guess she doesn't... I don't know, it's hard to understand Junko, obviously, but maybe she doesn't want to risk Chiaki ultimately finding out that it was actually Junko's brainwashing that was behind it all along, and then having, I don't know, her go to the hope. I don't know. It's impossible to understand her.
絶望のビデオ？俺聞いてない？
She wants the truth to be what's filled with despair, I guess. No, it wasn't using the video that you tweaked the teacher's brain. It was using like pics. Yeah, how's she gonna perfect it? Because the video that she was showing, it's still not the same as the one in the future arc that she was showing to people. You gotta complete it? How? Oh, yep. Okay, so this is the elevator was to this, huh? Where we're gonna have a class trial. Is she gonna have to, through this trial, figure out who the despair is amongst them and find out that it's Mikan or something? No, but she already know because Mikan was the one who pushed her in. That can't be it. Oh, okay, no, they're just immediately executing Chiaki. And that's how she's just gonna be used? To finish up the video? Oh. What kind of evil person? This is one of the most evil things Danganronpa has ever done. Would put a commercial break there. Okay, so she has to use her gamer skills to try to get out of a maze with traps. I'm assuming that she's gonna get to the end and escape, and then it's gonna be death anyways. This is like in Danganronpa V3.
前々から七海さんの噂は聞いてたんだよね。初めはバラバラだったクラスメートを一つにまとめ上げた女子生徒がいるって。なのところに帰るんだ。希望の終焉こそがふさわしいからね。ほら、気合い入れて逃げないと。
She's not on a time limit, right? She could just take her time. What? They're frozen? Oh, is there some sort of brainwashing stuff in the video that prevents them from moving? Ah, yes, the power of friendship. Yeah, she's not trustworthy.
あんたのクラスメートは絶対に来ないよ。そう、奇跡なんか起きねえんだよ。花見さん、もう嫌だよ。見たくないよ。やめて。
So this is what turns them all into despairs. Thing is, who else could possibly appear at this time? We still don't know where Izuru is. Munakata, maybe? What is Munakata up to? You gotta know that's fake. Yep. Basically how Mukuro dies.
許せない七海さんは僕たちの希望なんだそんな七海さんをなんて絶望的なんて恐ろしい光景なんだ
So this is where Nagito goes truly crazy? I guess so.
これは僕らの乗り越えるべき絶望なんだ七海さんわかんない君は今希望の踏み台になってるんだ
Yeah. Of course he twists it that way. I do wonder to what extent he wouldn't be twisted if this didn't happen to him specifically. He was always kind of twisted. We saw that. But he was but in the upcoming games he's insane. Completely insane. But in the end, this didn't actually change him that much compared to everybody else. It just made him more extreme. I see. So basically she rewired her brain for despair to create endorphins or something? For them to enjoy despair? It didn't need that? But now what? Basically, Junko is won at this point. She's completely won. But we still got more to this episode, and we've got another episode after this. So that's not the whole story. Did Chiaki have something planned? She's gonna suddenly come back to life, revive? Probably not. Oh, she's still barely alive, I guess? Okay, there's Zuru. I mean, he's the core purpose of all this. And again, if he remembered, if he at least remembered Chiaki, that might change something.
ひなたくんだね
いますか
なんだってできるよ
Yeah, we know it's possible to get
ひなたくん
memories back. How is she still moving at all?
やればなんとか
I don't know what she's trying to accomplish by standing up, but the problem is, this is the kind of thing he wants to see now. Is people defying all odds and expectations. So he's probably happy with this outcome.
やっぱやだ死にたくないよ私まだやりたいことが
Danganronpa always gives all the best characters the worst deaths.
クラスメートでいた
And she's dead. Is he gonna, what, pick up the hair clip? Is he ever gonna try to remember her? Some part of him remembers. It's just a shame that doesn't matter. At least I don't think it matters. Maybe it'll matter. Maybe it's gonna matter in the next episode. It has to. It has to matter somehow. It's just, what is that gonna change? Because we know that Izuru Kamakura. We know that he's still a remnant of despair. He's still not good. during the events of Danganronpa 2. So how is this going to change? What is this going to change for him? He realizes that he has some sort of emotion still, some form of his past self. Maybe he has some reason to continue to help, to continue maybe has some reason to not try to follow through with Junko's plan of despair. I'm trying to remember in Danganronpa 2 the scene of Nagito talking to Izuru on the boat. In that scene, if I recall, Nagito did not recognize Izuru, but based on this anime, he should have. I could be misremembering that, but I'm pretty sure in the boat scene, he didn't actually know who Nagito was really. I'm sorry, didn't really know who Izuru was really. And I think they both didn't really know each other. But again, that doesn't make sense based on what we've seen. That's one thing. However, another thing about that boat scene was, I think in that scene, Izuru says that, or maybe, no, I think I'm thinking of Nagito. Nagito says that, like, Junko is, like, their most hated person. But I was wondering if maybe Izuru was the one who said that, but I don't think it was. I think it was just Nagito, because it would make sense for Nagito to say that. But it is, again, still weird, now that I'm remembering that scene, that they didn't recognize each other on that boat. Again, I could be misremembering that. Okay, is there a end credits? There's no end credits there. Okay, so that's where we get left off on. Izuru reawakening some of his past memories, or at the very least some of his past emotions. In the end, this entire series has been building up to Izuru Kamakura and his transformation. And then now, to some development after his transformation. What is that development going to be? We still don't know that much about Izuru Kamakura. We haven't seen much of him in Danganronpa 2 at all. And I think in Danganronpa 0 we didn't even see that much. We didn't see much of him either. I don't remember. I don't remember the details from that. So I'm curious where this is going to lead. Again, Chiaki was a great character. I think a lot of people, I think most people would agree that she's a great character, and I think a lot of people would consider her one of their favorite characters from Danganronpa 2. A lot of people probably picked her as their favorite character overall, because there's nothing not to like about her. And then we get this horribly tragic death for her. And you can't help but just hate Junko more and more for doing this to her. And you can't help but feel bad for Chiaki. Feel like she deserved so much better than this, because she did. It seems like her ultimate ability, her gamer talent, didn't allow her to get through here unscathed. There are too many tricks, too many traps. Again, it was very reminiscent of Danganronpa V3, the maze that you go through and die along the way, and you can never really succeed in the end. Basically, it just sucks, and I'm sad that she had to die, and I knew it was gonna happen, but it's still horrible. And yeah, there's not really anything else to say about it. Now, the whole scene with everybody getting frozen in place and getting brainwashed. So, the frozen in place part has to be something to do with the stuff that she learned from the Ultimate Animator. It had to be some of those techniques. Somehow she found a way to freeze people in place with it, sure, and force them to watch it. But the fact that they're becoming ultimate despairs as well in the meantime, that they're getting brainwashed into despair, it can't just be from Chiaki. There's got to be something else to it as well. Some other aspects that she added to it. Some extra spices that she put into it. Because just seeing Chiaki do that shouldn't. Well, maybe it would cause it, because again, she is the core of the group. She's the most important one, continuing to give them hope and rally them together. It's terrible. And of course, it had to be Yukizome that pushed her into it. That's very Danganronpa style. That she would just have her, that she would just kill whoever is most important to her, things like that. Well, actually, I guess the person most important to her is Minakata, right? Yeah, very sad episode. And then also, I of course, you can't forget about whatever his name is, Ultimate Boxer. I'm so bad with the names. I just forget everybody's name, it seems like, but at least I remember his ultimate ability. Ultimate Boxer completely failing against Junko and deciding to lie to Munakata because of it, just to keep his secret about how he's in love with Munakata, which, I mean, I understand that it would be very embarrassing and might mess up their friendship, but it doesn't seem worth it. And I feel like that kind of secret would probably have came out eventually. I don't know. There's so many points where Junko could have been stopped. So many points. There's so many points where where she could have lost and everything could have been avoided. And yet it never happens. I feel like Junko has some ultimate luck to her. She has to. She has to have some luck, ultimate luck to her, because she just always has. Azuro manages to appear to save her, or this guy just isn't strong enough to win, or she happens to run into the ultimate animator just randomly, and he happens to have an ability that'll help her out. She just always gets what she wants. And I guess that's also the source of her despair, right? Everything always goes her way, and she hates that. And that's why she was so happy at the end of Danganronpa 1 where things didn't go her way. So yeah, I guess that's always been a thing with her. I think that's all I have to say about this one. Again, very sad. I'm curious to what extent it's going to affect Izuru. Obviously, it's going to affect him. It's already affecting him. I just don't know what the consequences of that are going to be. So hopefully I don't have to see any more characters I really care about die. I don't think that's happening anymore at this point. Jaku's already dead. I don't think anybody else we know of dies at this point. So yeah, I think all the hard, painful deaths are over, but that doesn't mean the tragedy's over, because these people are still being turned into ultimate despairs. It's actually it's possible that the next episode is them going around and killing the people that they love most. That's very possible that they're just gonna go around and do horrible things now. We'll see. So that's all I got to say. Hope you enjoyed watching this. Next time we're gonna watch episode 11, and as well as the whatever that extra season thing is. I forget what it's called, but you know the one. So thanks for watching. See you next time.